My heart is where the hero is. So where the heart is, that's where you find the hero. Hero home, good morning, hero home. My home, my home, my heart is where the hero is. So where the heart is, that's where you find the hero.
Good morning, Hebrew Home. I'm Tanya Caines, recreational supervisor from SP1. This is located, on SP1. Anyhow, today is January 12th, 2021. The weather is 34 degrees. It was partly cloudy. Now the sun is actually coming out today. And the highs are going to be 42 degrees. On this day in history, we have the Grammy Award-winning R&B gospel singer Al Green, also known as the Reverend Al, was inducted into the Hall of Fame of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, January 12, 1995. Al Green sold more than 20 million records in his career. He was widely known for his classics of Tired of Being Alone, I'm Still in Love with You, and Let's Stay Together. Famously, that song was sung at President Obama's campaign fundraiser event in 2012. In 2009, he was given a Lifetime Achievement Award at the BET Music Awards. Also, at the same time, Motown's own Martha Reeves and the Vandellas was one of the more popular R&B groups in the 60s, was also honored on the same day with the same award. Their top hits included Heat Wave, Dancing in the Streets, and Nowhere to Run. Also, which is interesting today enough, is Joe Frazier's birthday. Smoking Joe. He was considered one of the greatest heavyweights of all time and was born on this day in Beaufort, South Carolina. Speaking of birthdays, we want to send a birthday out to Estelle L., Roberta H., Arcadia P., and Oleg from IT. Happy birthday, guys. I hope you enjoy your day. Today's meal, we have stuffed peppers, seasoned potato wedges, and pineapples. That's for lunch. For dinner, we're going to be having tomato soup, grilled cheese sandwich with tomato, and Kirby cucumber salad with Jell-O. Also, I just wanted to remind you guys that if you have any comments or questions, we can go ahead and share them on the show. You can write an email or give it to your friendly TAEP activities person, or you can call us and leave a message by dialing the number 2813. Just before we go ahead and get into everything else, I'd just like to go ahead and just do a little bit of stretching, if that's okay with everyone. So it's nothing too major, just nice and easy. If you go ahead and you sit up nice and straight in your seats, you don't need anyone to go ahead and help you. So what we're going to do is sit up nice and straight, make sure your back is against the back of the chair. And this is something that I like to do in the morning just to go ahead and bring me back to center. So I sit up nice and straight, I inhale nice and deep, and I exhale. Inhale nice and deep. And exhale. What I like to do is to go ahead and I bring my right arm up and just leave it up there for just a moment. Hold it in this position for as long as you possibly can, but I'm going to go ahead and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I bring my arm back down. I switch to my left. I bring my left arm up. Hold it up as high as you possibly can, and you count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I bring my arms down. I continue to go ahead and open up my arms nice and wide. And I go ahead and I hug myself a little. And I give myself a nice stretch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean to the right. And I'm going to hold it there for about 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I come back to the middle, and of course, if you do your right, you have to do your left. So I lean over to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I come back to center, open up my arms, rest them on my legs, and just to go ahead and stretch out my back a little, I go ahead and I reach down to my ankles. I'm just going to stretch just a little bit until you feel that pulling that's happening in your back, in your lower back. And you just hold it there for just a second. I'm going to go ahead and count to 10 real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come on up. And I like to go ahead and inhale again, nice and deep. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Okay, I feel a little better. I don't know about anyone else, but you know what? If you do it and you really don't need anyone to help you, so, you know, it's always good to go ahead and get your body back to center every once in a while. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share some positive news. I found this story on the internet the other day, and I just found it interesting pertaining to what was happening in our state capitol. I'm not going to touch on those issues. I really don't want to. That's very sensitive, but I will say this. It was interesting enough to see that someone took a bigger step and looked at the bigger picture. So according to this story, it says, in the wake of an ill-contained siege that left the United States Capitol building littered with broken furniture and debris from an unruly mob, a New Jersey representative, Andy Kim, was finally heading home after taking part in the vote to clarify Joe Biden as the next U.S. president. Walking down the halls of the beloved democratic institution, he saw officers assigned to the grim duty of cleaning up after. He felt heightened and supercharged kind of patriotism and was stirred to go ahead and join them. The two-term Democrat who represents New Jersey's 3rd District grabbed a trash bag and, still dressed in a suit and tie, began to help picking up the trash. I think it was 1 in the morning, one of his fellow New Jersey representatives said, Tom Malinowski. I noticed someone on his hands and knees leaning under a bench to pick up something. It was Andy, all by himself, quietly moving debris and putting it into plastic bags. It was, for me, the most poignant moment of the long night. The son of a Korean immigrant parents, Kim's credentials are impressive. He was the first Asian American to represent New Jersey in Congress. He was also a University of Chicago graduate and Rhodes Scholar who was tapped by President Obama to serve as an Iraq director for the National Security Council. But in the middle of the night, in the aftermath of the unthinkable, Representative Kim's resume was irrelevant. For him, it was imperative to make something right, restoring something that truly mattered. It was a small gesture, perhaps, but one that symbolizes something on a much larger scale. Kim says, when you see something that you love that is broken, you want to fix it. I love the Capitol. I'm honored to be here, Kim said. The building is extraordinary, and the rotunda in particular is awe and inspiring. How many countless generations have been inspired in that room? It looked broken, and my heart just felt compelled to go ahead and do something. He says, what else could he do? I thought that that was a really great article to go ahead and share with everyone, because it also, you know, kind of shows that just a little act of kindness goes to the bigger picture at hand. And it wasn't just that the mobs came in. It wasn't just that he decided to go ahead and take it upon himself to go ahead and help. And we all can go ahead and do something like that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to just tell you a little bit about what's going to be happening later on today. Later on today, we're going to be having a song celebration with Claire. and 1:30 art history with Olivia. Okay, the art history is canceled. Okay, I'm so sorry. So the art history with Olivia is canceled for today. On the Alp, I'm speaking to you guys upstairs. I'm back from vacation. So at 11 o'clock, we're going to have our techie hour. And at 3 o'clock, we're going to have our Netflix movie, which is today, we're going to start the series of The Queen, season 1. And we'll be starting that at about 1:30. Oh, excuse me, 3 o'clock. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to be socially distant. We'll go ahead and we will adhere to all of the rules and regulations. But it will be nice to go ahead and see everyone. I'll be going upstairs to say hi, and I'm going to remind you. So on that note, I'd like to go ahead and say, I see you next time, guys. Spread love and positive vibes. Thank you so very much.
He was